Let's do it. Let's propagate now.
I'm ready to roll.
Says he's doing some sort of a podcast. It's pretty suspicious if you ask me.
If you see something, say something.
On Maynard.com.au. Hey, you!
Boy, you've got a nice little gang running the show there in Australia.
Now, what's your problem with our Prime Minister?
She said that there would be no carbon taxes, and the first thing she does is says, well, let's do some carbon taxes.
It could have been political expediency because she has to rule with the Green Party.
Yeah, I've never heard a kid say, I did steal that apple, but Mom, it was political expediency. Please don't punish me. That's bull crap. It really is. Now, and she's just horrible. She gives me the willies.
Is it the visual thing about her? The way she talks? What is it?
Doesn't help. That's for sure. Is this tax will ultimately go to the World Bank, the IMF, this and indirectly to, well, just name them: Citibank, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs. It's such an unbelievable scam. Just go save the Earth. And the Earth is perfectly capable of saving itself. It's about the people will have to die off, I guess, eventually.
To the skeptics, to the people that say, Adam, where's the evidence? And people always, they want an evidence trail. They want a solid evidence trail. How do you get your evidence?
Well, it depends on what topic. A lot of the evidence is just right there in documentation. I talk a lot about earthquake machines. And for some of your listeners, may have heard of HAARP, H-A-A-R-P. It is a system that shoots energy waves against the ionosphere and then bounces back down to Earth. It is called a research project. We have these stations all over the world, but the United States, Alaska, one of the most prominent ones. They also have them in China. But there's a belief that it can do a lot more. It could actually cause earthquakes and other types of natural disasters. And people laugh at me, and I say, well, okay, but now let's go look at the statement from Secretary of Defense William Cohen, who in the 80s, in senatorial discussions, which is all public documents, you can get it right from the .gov websites here in the U.S., he literally says there are now nations that have weapons that can create earthquakes, floods, tsunamis, and other natural disasters. This is very frightening. We need to have this capability too. Now, is that enough proof?
You think he might just be looking for more funding for research for that?
Well, he was the Secretary of Defense. I think that they would rather make tanks and bombs and guns and other things, because that's much easier to make. You know, you make one of these and it's like, that's kind of it. I don't think so, Maynard. I don't think so. Sometimes I don't have an answer. Global warming, which, by the way, didn't work, so they had to call it climate change. We saw that rebranding take place. Many people believe in this, agree with it. I don't subscribe to it, and I've come up with a very simple question. You say to someone, do you believe in peak oil, i.e. that we're running out of oil and that we have to change into some kind of alternative energy source? Most people who believe in global warming also believe in peak oil. And I say, problem solved. We don't have to do a thing at all, because we're going to run out of oil. We may not be able to drive our cars, but the earth is not going to heat up and we're not going to die because we're running out of it anyway. So stop taxing me on this phantom stuff.
You've actually probably got an answer for this. Nap and trade. Nap and trade.
You mean a nap for humanity?
That's right. Your Nap for Humanity project that could, in fact, save the planet by doing nothing. What could be more appealing?
Yes, it is. Well, indeed. So as this carbon credit scam is coming to life, and by the way, it's interesting to note that the very first and largest exchange, so this is very much like a Wall Street exchange system, it's computers, was owned by Al Gore. The very guy who brought you global warming actually already had the carbon credits exchange system all set up because he knew what he was doing. He's a very smart businessman, and this is part of the scam. So there are many, 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 many companies who have jumped onto this bandwagon, take an airplane flight. There's always a little checkbox now that says, oh, would you like to offset your carbon emissions for this flight? You can tick the box here. We'll add another $10 or $25 to your airfare, and you're a good human resource, a good human being. Now, of course, what happens with that money is it goes into one of these stupid scams. So we did some calculations. Actually, we didn't. One of our producers did. That when you sleep as a human being, you are actually emitting less CO2, this dangerous gas, which trees and plants actually seem to like very much. You emit less of that. Therefore, the more you nap, the more you save humanity. So we came up with napforhumanity.com, and you can buy pillows, all kinds of sleeping gear. And when you participate in Napping for Humanity, you are indeed saving the world.
Nap and trade.
I don't think you can get the kind of traction with a pun that you can with a legitimate Nap for Humanity type of a moniker. I just don't think puns
I agree.
I don't think. Give me an example of a pun that has any traction.
It doesn't matter because we already cut the jingles.
Nap for humanity.
So it doesn't matter. We're already there.
Maynard.com.au. Hey, you!